First, we will have Canada versus Latin America. And after that series, we will have Poland versus Europe. Last time I casted, I mentioned it would be really interesting to see if LATAM brought out Babu again from his retirement, and just 1 week later, he's back. So it's going to be really interesting to see which type of shape Babu will be in for their 2 versus 2 team.
He's a 2 versus 2 player, right? He's a regular 2 versus 2 player. Babu.
Yeah, mainly Babu has always been a 2 versus 2 player. That is his strong side, but he's not weak 1 versus 1 either, but definitely mainly a 2 versus 2 player.
Okay, that's good. Good that we have him then. Okay, so if you're ready, Mr. Madinho, we can jump to the first game between Doodle and Tech, I guess.
Yeah, first game is going to be PvP. Doodle versus Tech.
What's better for Zerk and Terran to cast? The best, right? PvP on weird map.
I always say the best is PvP, because as a Terran player, you get to see at least one Protoss die. If you cast PvP, you don't see the Protoss die that often. So mirror matches PvP is the best as a Terran player.
Yeah. I like PvP. PvP for a mirror matchup is fine. I think it's middle of the road between ZVZ and TVT. It's not hardcore and it's not ending before starting. So yeah, let's go to the first game. Tech versus Doodle Doodle.
Let's jump into it. And in the bottom right corner, playing as the blue Protoss from Chile, we have Tech. And in the top left corner, we have Doodle, Doodle, Doodle. The guy has such a great name that you had to name it twice. Playing as the red Protoss, all the way from Canada, Doodle, 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 Doodle. Doodle actually sounds some of the noises my children make, so that might be his inspiration for his nick. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it must be, right? Because what else could it be? Why would you do it like twice or 3 times?
I believe, did we see, was it Tech versus The Wall last week on this map?
Yeah, it was Tech versus the Water.
Yeah, so I don't know if they have been like choosing which map they prefer, or is it random draw?
Yeah, so the captains are giving the player for the map. So it's like Ultra gave Tech for their Valley, and Dragon gave Doodle Doodle for their Valley. So that's how the pairs become in the lineup.
Yeah, but definitely last week we saw that Tech hooked up some interesting build versus the Wolf, and you can kind of call it like an upset that he took that game when we were kind of like relying on this is the game the Wolf has to win, and then Tech shook the world and took a big win right there.
Yeah, that was unexpected for sure. But I think Tech is within the range of, if the world will make some critical mistake, he is good enough that he can rely on that. But I think Doodle Doodle is also a strong Protoss. Like he's a Pro League round of 32, round of 24 player for sure. Tech, when in a good shape though, he usually advances to the round of 16, so that's a little bit different. But yeah, I guess yeah.
And Doodle been quite steady as well in Gusu League. I believe he's like definitely like a semi player when he's not playing in Pro League. So he's definitely way up there amongst those like the highest foreign players.
Oh yeah.
We do see Tech open a different build than he did versus the Wolf, where I believe he went for a fast expansion or something. Ooh, does he not see the Pro? Yeah, he saw the Pro. Doodle looking to jump over. Like this is the new version, or like an updated version of the map. We used to see like 9 eggs or something, but I like this version better.
Yeah, from the Terran perspective, it's possible to jump over them. Oh my god, he's killing the assimilator.
Yeah, he's kind of making this one-way attack, and I don't know if he somehow saw that Tech were doing double gate, but if Tech is planning to flood Dragoons and attack in the front, he's going to get a big surprise when he see the simulators are gone.
Yeah, and still I think this is going to be relatively late Nexus if he will decide to. Like, he's just starting it when basically sacrificing half of the map for it.
Yeah, Tech is going. He's thinking he has the Dragoon advantage, that he have the numbers, but he needs to clear those eggs if he wants to attack the other way. And Doodle can't attack him either because the mineral patches are blocking him.
I guess he can stand with the goons over here and kill the probes which are trying to mine it. So he can kind of block him fully.
Yeah, Tech comes up and sees the simulators are gone. Last week we also saw that Ultra somehow just pushed his vultures through 3 pylons. So
yeah,
maybe Tech can try to do the same and push them through the simulators. I don't think it works, but it would have been fun to see.
Yeah, I think only the Ghost is the unit that can go through.
Is it? Zerglings, maybe?
No. Only as far as I checked, it was only the Ghost, because there was a map Gold Rush. It was the same layout, and I didn't even know that Ghost can do it, but it can. Yeah, apparently, it's the finest unit in the game. Oh, double Nexus from Tech. I love this answer actually.
This is really interesting, and like Doodle did exactly what you said he could do. Like he placed some Dragoons on the bottom and he killed off the drone probe that tried to mine out the mineral. So this is going to be like a kind of interesting and crazy game, because Doodle can't really attack Tech right now, and Tech realizes that he can't come out with units on the right side of the map. So he smartly takes double Nexus, and that base is quite hidden as well. There's no reason why Doodle would send his observer in that direction.
Actually, do you go for carriers now, or like mass shuttles? What's the option? Because they both play, like they decided to play, one player is playing one half of the map, second player is playing second half of the map. Although the Doodle part is having more minerals.
It would be really interesting to see if there were any carrier build, but Tech can actually be so greedy that he can take Doodle's natural without being. You just have to defend versus the drop, or can the Dragoon stand on the cliff and shoot down? Maybe.
Maybe to 1 or 2 mineral patches, but yeah, you're right. He can definitely take the space. Maybe, I guess not the gas, but the minerals for sure.
Oh, the gas is only 3,000 as well. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and minerals are 1,200 over here. But here is 1,500 and 5,000. So this is like a basic natural.
We can see Doodle is shooting up in supply. He's pro-bleeding, and he must have more Dragoons somehow. There's a 13 supply advantage for Doodle right now, but Tech is adding more gates and a support bay as well, so you might see some mass drop play.
They both go for the speed shuttles.
So it kind of makes sense, but you know it's it's an island map right now, so you just have to like defend for the drops. You do know that it's the only way it will come, because especially for Tech, since he haven't mined out the minerals, there's no way Doodle can attack up that unless he sends all of his probes and mine it out himself in some crazy manner.
Yeah, he can. Like, I mean, right now, yeah, he can do the elevator drop. Oh, what did he do? I guess he wanted to do the elevator. But he can elevate couple goons, kill this goon, and try to mine it out. So we might have Tech with 2 extra bases which can be attacked with only with drop. Oh, nice snipe.
Yeah, Tech sees everything. He knows there's mass gates from Doodle. Tech caught up in supply, but he's also on 3 Nexuses, and Doodles doesn't know about it. He's trying to take a third base for himself, but it's just mineral only. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see which way they attack. Double Robo, Cannon on the way for Tech. Beach shuttles are done for both players.
Second Robo.
I really like
Oh, and
PvP
double
though,
Robo here.
because, yeah, this is what you kind of get on some semi-weird maps. Doodle scouting the map. Will he see it? Yeah, he sees the third base. I wonder how Doodle is going to react to this. He is still way up in supply, but oh, maybe now it's time for Tech to mine out the minerals and even go for a 4th base or something, because I don't think he knows that the 3rd base has been detected, but Double Weaver. Yeah, this is going to cause massive damage to the 3rd base of Tech.
Especially that he flew from this direction, so it's hard to escape with those probes.
Yeah, very well detected. It's very smart from Doodle, and it looks like it was intentional as well, like he didn't want those probes to get away. He needs to be careful that he doesn't overextend. Saves. Maybe 1. Maybe he doesn't care about it because it's double Robo, so maybe he just goes for the probes.
I guess he does.
Looks like it. Is it that?
Boom!
No! Massive Scarab. They were losing like 12 probes or something in total. Totally cleans out the entire base for Tech there, and he needs to rebuild his probes. 3rd base up and running for Doodle. More Reavers. Like they do have the exact same build, so at the end it just comes out, I think, to who has the better engagements in the fights. But like I feel like Doodle has a massive ground army, but Tech is still kind of sitting in his island, because you can't come to that right side from there, can you? Can you go all the way around? Is there a ramp around?
No, until Tech will not mine those minerals, or Doodle, they can't meet each other. Like, I guess he can kill the Spyron, but that's it.
If there's no ramp in the middle, is it?
No. No, this is
Oh.
full tight.
Yeah, just a small ramp for siege tanks to... Oh!
Oh my god, that's so good for Doodle. He even had Observer over here.
Yeah, that's strange. He should have seen it. There's a big line of Dragoons there and a massive counter from Doodle. Dropping the Reavers, killing the cannon, and... Nope. Those Dragoons have been on the shooting range, target practicing for the entire week.
But I guess he scouted the Stargate?
Yeah, he must have done. I wonder... I was going to say, I wonder how Doodle is going to react to that. If he must have seen them because one of the Stargates are gone. Doodle taking a 4th base behind this. I hope we see mind control. We saw he was adding the Citadel, so hopefully he goes into some team play and plays mind control.
Yeah, do you go for... How would you react? Would you go for mind control or carriers on your own, since you have more access to more bases? Ooh.
Oh, look at this!
Oh.
He's trying to mine them out, but like it's 48 minerals in one, so you have to have like 8.
Yeah, it takes a while.
6 probes or something, 6 mining, and he got 3, and not all of them were on the same. But we see Doodle is adding a lot of shuttles for himself, so he could try to mass bomb some of the expansions, because they are not that well defended. There's only a few cannons. Okay, 4 cannons and 4 dragoons, that's okay. But like you pointed out, Doodle is, since he's on the left side, he has more access to more bases. Is there even like a 6th base even further down in the bottom left corner?
Yeah, there is one more base over here.
Yeah, so he has that one and 6 o'clock. So yeah, it's really interesting. Like Doodle is really going for it. He doesn't want Tech to get those carriers up, but Tech also has a massive army in his main base. But it doesn't seem like Tech has the shuttles. So Doodle is just elevatoring in here. So big Reaver Scarab there, both go down. Can Tech hold this?
That's nice elevators from Doodle. Oh, but those Reavers might save Tech.
Does he have plus damage?
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
No, the Dragoons died so fast, so it looked like he had the plus extra damage for them. Doodle has been relentless here. He's dropping and dropping. More Reavers protect, so it does seem like this is going to be a hold. 3 carriers are out.
No interceptors.
Two more on the way, 1 more on the way. He doesn't have the gas for it. He needs to defend this. Because Doodle is not giving up.
This is the last wave, I believe.
Yeah, it looks empty now in the natural base there. But a lot of probes has gone down to Tech. He had 71 a moment ago.
Oh yeah, you're right. But he also take this base, so that's
but like we thought about, like he won't have access to the gas because Doodle can shoot it with his Dragoons, and it's very close, so he could drop at it as well. He doesn't see it though.
Yeah, he doesn't know about it yet. Oh, so many shuttles. 7 shuttles is...
And
that's
he's
a lot,
also
actually.
adding Stargates, so will Doodle go carriers for himself, or will it be scouts? It would be really interesting to see if you did like 12 scouts or something. That would be crucial against. And
yeah, scouts would be great. Scouts are so good against carriers.
We will go down. But there's enough Dragoons to kill this base. It's only 3 carriers, and yeah, Tech realized he needs to defend his bases. Yeah, there's not enough interceptors to kill all of those Dragoons. And now it's Doodle that is up in 70s probes.
Yeah,
that's a massive econ.
Yeah, and access to more bases. The good part for Tech is that this is mineral only, but still he has access to a decent amount of gas. And even this base will be under pressure, but it will be mined out soon.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Tech maybe underestimated the power of the drops. And after he lost those shuttles, when he ran into those Reavers himself, or the Dragoon line, he kind of lost map vision. We see more red than blue on the map right now, so Tech kind of played in the dark. He didn't quite be prepared to what was coming. I wonder if Doodle knows about that hidden base in the bottom left corner. Like,
over here.
Yeah, like the map is fairly new to us. We haven't played it that much. Maybe Doodle have practiced it a little bit. I don't know, but it takes a little bit of time to remember all the base. And when you're in the heat as well, you're battling it out. It's hard to remember everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. If he didn't play here yet, then it's definitely possible that he doesn't know about it. And Tech is doing a good job eliminating this base, so it's going to be only this mineral only as an advantage for Doodle. And he has 25 workers more, so the supplies aren't telling the entire story.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see, but like the carriers...
Ooh, go down so quickly.
Yeah, half of the probes of Tech is go down, and I don't think he realized that there is a Reaper yet. All of the probes are going down. He's struggling to get back to save it. Can we have a look at the Doodle's base to see if it's carriers or if it's scout? Yeah, it's scouts.
Oh, it's scouts. It's so funny. I didn't see that for so long.
Yeah, this is very interesting, unorthodox PvP, which is so great to see. Also, we have a little like a Reaper dance here with both players.
I love how Doodle smartly is abusing the fact that or playing around the fact that carriers are so slow. He's making speed shuttles and speed how scouts. Yeah. 2 rivers.
Get away with
13
2
HP.
rivers. Yeah. Well, Tuck is on. Can we call it like a half a base versus 2.5 for Doodle. I think, yeah, the scouts are on the way, and I think as soon as he reveals those scouts, it's going to be GG. He's probably waiting for speed, yeah. I feel like those upgrades, speed and range for scouts, are one of the 2 upgrades that takes the longest, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. But how many scouts do you need to kill 8 carriers? Is like 16 is enough?
I will go on a limb here and say like you only need like 12.
Okay, maybe you're right. Yeah, because they kill them so quickly.
He has +1 already as well, and +2 is on the way. Well, double armor for tech, but I think the scouts, the missiles are just too strong.
Yeah, it's 28, so it's 14, 15 per missile right now. So it's 13 per missile with... Actually, it's 9 per missile, because carrier has 4 based... Oh, nice interception. He could even try to kill the interceptors.
Maybe this will even be like those kind of games where Tech all of a sudden he runs into some dragoons and unfortunately loses his carriers, and we don't even get to see the scouts in play. Like, it's the same with Terran. As soon as you start to plan to go for nuke, the game ends. So I think as a strategist, as a Terran player, if you just rush nuke, the game will end much faster.
They should go, and they should be like obligation for Terrans in TVT to just rush for the nukes. Like, you can't win until you plant a nuke.
I think the fastest you can get a nuke if you're not being harassed is like 9 minutes or something. It's not that fast, but that's actually the fastest you can go if you go straight for nukes because of all the upgrades. When you need a cloak and maybe you need a range, maybe you need a dropship, so...
Yeah. Like, do you remember the Pimpest play of Boxer when he did it with the EMP and some medics, defensive medics? I guess it was on Lost Temple.
Yeah, I remember exactly the game you were talking about.
And it was from one base, right? So it must have been like one of the quickest possible.
He had the medics to heal the ghost and also to blind the observers.
Yeah. That was thought through. Okay, this is enough scouts.
Yeah,
Plus 2 weapon.
He hasn't revealed the scouts yet either, so I think maybe he's just waiting for Tech to maybe overextend and move a little bit too far out with his carriers, so he can't pull back to either cannons or dragoons. But I don't think maybe the dude should maybe realize how poor Tech is right now.
Yeah, especially that he has units everywhere to confirm it. I'm just wondering what's the tech answer should be to scouts. Like, is Maelstrom working on the scouts?
No, not Maelstrom.
Okay, so Maelstrom is not an option. So I guess Archons is the best option, or maybe Arbiter.
Yeah, like a storm, carrier storm or something. But you have to hit perfect. And scouts, I believe, is the fastest unit. Maybe second scouted the fastest. I think maybe shuttle with speed is the fastest unit.
Or Vulture with speed.
Is it?
I don't know. Yeah, Scout is definitely one of the top 3 fastest units.
Yeah, maybe Vulture as well.
Oh, Mr. Clever Combat, thank you for the subscription, by the way. I forgot to thank, but thank you. Oh, so he's still taking the expansion, but Doodle is mining only from one base. He will be mining from two soon. Like, if you will allow him to make, I don't know, 16 carriers, might be still interesting.
We can see Doodle, like, he has a lot of probes, but like you said, he doesn't have that very much of an income right now. He's getting 2 fresh bases. Oh! Now
we have it, finally.
Let's see how fast they die. But he has storms, maybe he can hit perfectly! Ooh. Yeah, look how fast the carriers die. He had 8, and now we're down to... Yeah, good storms.
Yeah.
I think Doodle could just, like, think, yeah, I can just jump on those carriers. Yeah, he still has nearly 2 groups of scouts.
Yeah, barely none of the scouts died. They're very, very strong, by the way.
Yeah, they're so fast as well, so they dodge the storm very easy. But this is like not, it's kind of like a ladder game. You don't want to give up too early. Every game matters, and I understand Tech's position. Like he has his carriers, but it's only 3. It doesn't look very well for Tech. I think we should start to see the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I don't see a hope for him. I guess the storms would have to be excellent. He would have to forget about the scouts and first stack them. Okay, that was a decent storm.
That's a good storm.
He needs 4 more. But he only has 3 carriers left, so it's... Oh, okay, I guess this is GG.
Yeah, GG is called. Well played there from Doodle. He came with the plan. Definitely looked like he had a plan from the start. Not maybe to end up with the scouts after 25 minutes, but he definitely wanted to make it interesting by killing the assimilators.
So we have a first point for Team Canada. What do you think of Jumper being part of Team Canada?
I don't remember where he lived when he was in the States or if he were in Canada, but it's always nice to, like, we have so many foreigners all around the world, so I feel it's nice to include those that might not be able to participate in their own country. Like, what should that be? I don't know that many players other than Jumper from around Philippines, Thailand, and those.
I remember there was a guy, the Indonesian Zerk Quantel. He was from Indonesia, but yeah, not too many players from outside of Korea and China.
Yeah, I remember that, Nick, as well. I think I saw him a lot on ICCA. Well, it's good to see Canada already on the scoreboard. We did think about last week that LATAM has gone undefeated for the first 2 rounds. So we were asking questions, who would be contenders to take down LATAM, because every week they've been bringing a really strong lineup. Except Dondo Esta Dandy, he's still sleeping. He is still sleeping for another 2 seasons.
Sleepy guy, yeah.
So maybe in 2026 or something, he will be awake.
Yeah, let's hope he will be awake for 2026. But yeah, Jumper, the Canadian Thai Protoss, will try to take the Bolivian Hope, JD Conan. So let's jump into the game.
Let's go. And in the bottom left corner, we have JD Conan playing as the Brown Zerg. And in the top right corner, we have, all the way from Thailand, Jumper. I don't think this will be an easy task for Jumper, because JD Conan, like I've said before, is one of the guys you can actually call a young talent. I believe he's born in 1999.
Yeah.
So that's fun to see. Even though, he's only like 26 years old. He's been playing, I don't know, maybe 10 years as well. But I feel like it's until recently years. I feel JD Conan has definitely been playing a lot, but I think that's because the LATAM scene is, I think it's bigger than we know. That there's more LANs and maybe tournaments that we don't really know about. There's a lot of zeros in LATAM that we don't know about.
Oh yeah, there is definitely a lot of tournaments, the community is big overall. They have a lot of viewers, a lot of fans. They are active. So yeah, we even have a Spanish cast right now. It's the Nation Wars for the LATAM community. It's casted by Mr. Yuang. So you can check it out. He's casting, I believe, across all over the platforms in Spanish. So yeah, that even shows that there is a need for more StarCraft because there are so many fans in LATAM.
Definitely. And I think it was LATAM versus, I think that was one of the BSL Weekly or something. I was watching Bonnet playing versus JD Conan, and JD Conan looked like he had pretty much totally in control, but no, was it BSL Nation Wars? But either way, somehow Bonnet crawled back, in like a 40 minutes DVC. Really interesting game. Should definitely watch that. We see Jumpers opening with a 9 gate. Unfortunately, JD Conan is cross spawn, so it takes a little bit longer to get down there with the salad. So definitely a little bit build order advantage here for Conan that opened up 12 hatch.
And we can see that this Zealot was not going towards Conan, so he will be able to escape with the 12 hatch. I guess that's good for Jumper that he went for this Nexus.
Yeah, it looked like the Zealots were on the map, but Jumper actually scouted Conan a little bit late, so the Zealots were on the way to the left side. He wasn't quite sure if he was there on the bottom left corner.
Okay.
So let's see how many Zerglings JD Conan needs to defend this. I think like it's just 2 Zealots, so 8 seems fine.
Yeah, 8 seems definitely a good number. He's hiding one.
Is that 10 maybe? At 10. So he's baiting him away very smartly from Jumper, and he saw it. The tail of the Zerling saw the second Zealot coming down. And Conan actually get a good surround on both Zealots, so not that much damage done here from Jumper.
Yeah, he definitely needs a cannon before the core if Conan will decide to attack with those 10, I believe now like 8 links.
Yeah, Conan doesn't strike me
7.
as the player who goes mass Zerglings as well. If he sees you open 9 gate, I think he still kinda wants to go to the standard games, which he feels comfortable in.
He definitely feels like he is strong enough to play a longer game. Maybe he could go for something like this against Bonnie or Dawid sometimes when he will see the chance, but against the Jumper, I think he feels like he can play a longer game. But also Jumper is a player who strives in that. The longer the game goes, I think the better he is because he has excellent storms. Good army composition, so yeah, let's see, because now definitely advantage for JD Conan looking at the drone number.
Yeah, definitely, and like you said, the longer the game goes on, it's much better for Jumper. Also, JD Conan, he has such huge macro as well. Like all of a sudden you see he hits the drone cipher circles just right on time. He gets his macro hatches up when he needs to, and He has the Zerglings up with JD with Jumper, so he sees the +1 is on the way. Oh, double Stargate there for Jumper.
Oh, but that's fast Hydra, so I would say that it might indicate Hydras instead of 5 Mutas. This fast Hydra then. No speed for the Zerglings though. So it was 26 drones on those 10 links. That's pretty greedy, if you can escape with that.
Oh, he's making more Zerglings. Like you said, there's no speed as well, and this is a good read from Jumper. He pulls back because kind of when you, as a Terran player, when you move out with your initial 4 or 5 Marines, you just want him to make more Zerglings instead of drones. So this is a good push and good read from Jumper.
Oh, but he's going for double Stargate, but not for +1 weapon. That's a bit questionable for me. Maybe he forgot because he put it in this weird position that the statistics are blocking the vision.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe he doesn't really want to commit. Like the first scout, the first Corsair comes in and you see there's already Hydras on the map. And I think when you go double Stargate, if you commit to making Corsairs, you maybe you don't need +1. You just need maybe an extra Corsair or 2.
Oh, maybe.
I think there's something like if you have 5 Corsairs with +1, that equals 7. And if you have 7 Corsairs without +1, then you kill the Scourges much faster with 7 or 5 with +1. I think that's the map.
Yeah. You are completely right, and like based on that, if he will go for 7, yeah, he should be safe against Scourges if he will do it correctly. But it will be a pretty huge Hydra push.
Yeah, this is how I often die PvC. The fast Hydra push that comes around 8 minutes, 8:30, because it hits so fast that you don't have the storm ready. He even gets a Scourge or a Corsair there, but there's not that many Hydras, but he sees all the Hydras are outside of his space now. So I think Jumper needs to like kill as many Overlords as he can and maybe add a few more cannons. He just had 3.
Yeah, now he's adding the 4th one. I guess +1 armor will be stopped. But a lot of Overlords will be killed in the process.
I like the position of the cannons for Jumper. They're so far back, so it makes it harder for JD.o to just jump straight out. Oh!
I guess he can even cancel the cannons now, since he...
I don't think Jumper has the +1, so he 2 hits the Hydras. I'm not sure if he realized it until it was kind of too late, and he's doing so much damage on these Overlords. Yeah, this was a great hold from Jumper, if you want to call it a hold. He didn't overreact and just made the right amount of cannons. So for the next wave from Conan, the storm will definitely be ready.
Oh yeah, and Jumper now is really getting a lot of value from those. Oh, and even sniping it like Bonnie does. And 4 more, just like that. The gift, Valentine gift. Oh, even the T coming, but...
Yeah, he needs to be careful because I'm looking at the Conan's gas. He had nearly 900 gas, so I was interested to see if he would switch to Mutas after killing so many Corsairs.
Oh yeah. On the other hand, if you see double Stargate, you know that Protoss can rebuild them relatively quickly, but yeah, it's always an investment, right? That you are forcing your opponent to do.
Yeah, but kinda for every Corsair you have to rebuild, that's 1 High Templar less. Kinda.
Yeah.
So as long as you can protect your Overlords, I think that's a trade you kinda wanna take. And you can see they're fairly close in supply as well, and that's not a position you want to be in as Protoss. And we see 7 gates from Jumper. That's an okay number. Normally you see 8 on 2 base. And it looks like Jumper is moving into taking a third. We also saw JD Conan upgrading Lurker, so Lurker aspect should be done any second. And there's no Robotanics yet for Jumper, so okay.
Yeah, he has it, but he doesn't have Observatory yet.
Maybe it just finished, so yeah. Looks like the timing for the Observer should be just fine. Also, look at the size of the pole stars. How you can build so many gates.
Oh yeah. This is a huge map. Overall, I think this is interesting map. That's cool that we don't have to play on like because even Vermeer as relatively new standard map is like I feel like we've seen too many games over there. So having the pretty decent 4-player map is cool to have a new fresh one. Oh, this is a lot of storms. If Conan will not be careful, he might be fried. Oh, but also you need to cast them.
I hope it. Yeah, he remembered to upgrade it. Sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
You get struck with the orthosis curse that it didn't make. Like you feel in your head you had clicked it, but it didn't make.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I love how you said it, but yeah, Mr. Bonnie, thank you for the ride. 64 viewers. Thank you guys. I hope that you had a nice lad there with Mr. Bonnie.
A good catch there from Conan, and like I mentioned, look how he spiked up in drones. It's at 73.
Oh yeah,
that's a big econ for a third player.
Yeah, he has. This is bigger than Bolivian economy, like actually right now.
Yeah, JD Conan's economy is supporting the LATAM scene right now.
Yeah, exactly. It will become sponsor of next BSL if he will keep up with the drones. Plus 2 upgrades as well, 2-1 on the way. This is a huge macro from JD Conan. Already 4 bases securing the 5th one, while the Jumper 20 workers behind.
Well, he's securing his 3rd base. He's just waiting for observers. I'm not sure how many probes he lost versus those Hydras. I think it was a few during the transfer, but yeah, observers out. Double Forge upgrading, so big upgrades from Jumper as soon as he hits 2-2. I think he needs to start thinking about even getting a 4th for himself, but I think it's not that easy taking the 4th. Yeah, you see a small lurker contain here from
Those are great snipes. Those lurkers dealt so much damage.
Yeah, that was a massive trade there from Conan. He got 3, maybe Templars for very little units. And we can see a small chunk moving out there from Jumper, and behind this Conan has so much just waiting to flank this army. So it kind of feels like Conan is baiting Jumper to move here, but it's just like a handful of units is for Conan the Jumper, and only 2 storms available as well.
Yeah, this army seems so tiny.
I'm not quite sure about this move out from Jumper. Like he has 130 supply, but it looks like so many of his units is just sitting outside his natural. He needs to bring the rest of his army if he doesn't want to lose.
Yeah, definitely. Like those weren't the bad trades from Jumper. Overall, if he will consolidate his army, he shouldn't be in a bad position. I like the target fire, but yeah, lurkers deal a lot of damage. Oh, this storm is nasty. Look at those tiny armies of Jumper.
Yeah, it just feels so weird. Like, where is the rest of his army? I don't know if oh, there's a massive spikes there from the lurkers. And we need storms, yeah. Conan doing a great job dodging those storms. Not that big of damage from them.
Yeah, Jumper securing the 4th base, but 5th base on the way from JD Conan.
Yeah, we were talking about how strong Jumper gets the longer the game goes, but you can also see how strong JD Conan he really likes these types of games where he goes to the mid/late game.
Oh yeah. He looks great. We even seen, like as you said, there was a longer game against Bonnie he played, and he was in a great position. So he definitely is not a player who can just play like until 12 or 15 minutes of the game, but he definitely can play it out. He gets scarier the longer the games goes as well. Oh, and Jumper is not upgrade. Okay, he just started upgrading 3-2, but Zerg upgrades are insanely good.
Yeah, Zerg is closing up to max right now. He's just like one macro circle away from being maxed. We can see now because of the big economy of JD Conan, he's struggling even to spend all of his minerals. So he's throwing down a couple of macro hatches. He has a Nidus Canal. He's taking a 6th base as well behind this, and I don't think Jumper knows about bottom right yet. Filer is out. Consume is done.
Yeah, as Jumper, I believe you want to cast the Storms and just escape, morph into the Archons and remake the Templars, because you don't want to fight against those Lurkers. Oh, and there will be a counter to his 3rd base.
Yeah, just 2 Storms there. I would like to see Jumper get the plus 50 as well, because then you have the third Storm ready. Especially if you have idle.
Ooh.
On deep dropper, the spawning pool died, and the Piler Mount, I believe it was. Yeah, big, massive lurks running in there. This looks like a dead 3rd base.
Oh, and everything is running into the Lurkers. Fortunately, there is a cannon, so it's detecting them, so Zealots can attack them. But so much damage to those units.
Yeah, but he cleans it up. Doesn't take that much damage. Oh, another drop. Is it Storm? Is it?
No, it's empty. I guess it was going to save the DT.
Well, he did force a drone pull, so it was kind of efficient either way. But we can see the bank. Like Jumper is banking quite a lot of money as well. But you don't really want to spend those minerals making salads when the Zerg is making lurkers and Zerglings.
Yeah, definitely. You want a little bit better units in the later game. You want to fill up with Zealots later, but you don't want Zealots to be like major force. On the other hand, under the Swarm, Goons are not that good, but you want more Archons definitely in your army, right?
Yeah, Archons and Reavers, I believe. Like, we are in the late game right now, and you can see Conan, he has Swarm and Lurkers everywhere, so you will need perfect Storms or Reavers. But both players are maxed out right now, so I think we're in for a big fight soon.
Oh, the Storms might be crazy.
Yeah, units are clumped up for JD Conan. The fighters are running down, but I don't think they have the energy for any Swarms. Yeah, Lurkers goes down. Will we see a flank here from JD Conan, because he does have the Nidus Canal in the bottom right corner, so he could stream down a lot of units from every direction. But it looks like Conan decided to counter the 4th base, 5th base for Jumper, and there was no Templars right there, so... Oh, yeah. If Jumper can kill this bottom right corner, JD Conan will soon be mined out, but we do know that the Zerg base's mines are lower than the Protoss bases. Just
one egg. Okay, finally, those are the units that are needed to stop the Goons and Storms. Oh, Jumper is going in. This is tiny army, but crazy.
And Jumper just did quite have enough. Oh, massive spikes. This is 3-2 upgrades for Lurkers. So it looks like Conan will be cleaning this up. There's a lot of Templars for Jumper, but he needs to have like the perfect storms because the ground army elsewise is quite small.
Yeah, he's sending a lot of stuff. The army size is comparable because of the drone difference.
Good storms, good storms. Now we need Archons, but looks like JD Conan is done playing. He's bringing everything from every side now. And yeah, he's kind of surrounding this tiny army. Yeah, cleans it up.
Those lurkers. I wish. Oh, and this is a very, very nice attack. Although there are a lot of storms, but they need to be casted.
Yeah, what's the reaction time? This is one.
Still no energy upgrade. That's painful.
I do believe that you definitely need that in the late game. Because like I mentioned, when you have Templars like that just sitting with the cannons, as a defensive mechanism, mechanic, you will need a plus 50. Then you have 3 storms. But Jumper cleans it up. But Conan is everywhere right now.
Yeah, Jumper is trying to defend one punch, and before he will escape from it, the second punch arrives. And again, comeback.
Like I think I mention it often when we cast PVC, that we don't see that many Doom drops anymore. Like Polestar, if Conan were to go in with on the right side of the map with 4, 5, 6 overlords with Zerglings or something,
oh yeah,
he could pretty much kill the entire main base of Jumper.
Especially now with free to upgrades on Lynx and Adrenaline, they kill buildings so quickly.
And Jumper, the Nexus died. Long distance mining there for Jumper.
He still believes.
Well, he has 10 Templars and a dream.
Yeah.
But there's so many units and so many bases right now for Conan. It kind of, you can see the APM dropped a little bit now the last 5 minutes. That seems like both players are kind of just on cruise control, thinking about what happened during this game. We can saw some friendly banter between the players in the beginning of the game as well. So they definitely have a history between each other and probably played a lot of games. In the past.
Yeah, they both unknown figures in our community, and those are great storms. This is a better trade than I expected, but it's just like Jumper doesn't have nothing behind it. GG.
GG is cool. Yeah, great storms there for Jumper, but it just not quite enough units to hold it off, and a great just control game there for JD Conan really, and putting LATAM on the scoreboard, so it tied up 1-1.
So now, Dragon versus Terror, very interesting TVP. Finally, we will have the Terran for Mr. Madinho.
Could you share the game screen again for me? I don't see it.
Okay, let me do it right now.
Because I've been looking at the one with the graphics, and then I don't have the in-game sound.
What about now?
No.
Okay, let me do it one more time.
I just see one screen.
Okay.
There. Yeah, now I have the in-game sound. I think I will just look at that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's good. So Dragon versus Terror, we are ready. Let's jump into it.
And in the right side of the map, I'm playing for Canada, Dragon. And in the bottom left corner, we have, playing all the way from Peru, Terror. And we can see they're both representing their clan. So this is going to be interesting to see, like the inside battle between these two players.
Yeah, they both NAS representants. Dragon is a team and a Team Canada plus Thailand Capitan. But Terror was a Team Peru Capitan, but he didn't want to do it this year or this season. It's pretty hard to coordinate Peru, according to what I know.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I turned down being captain for Team Europe. So I'm very glad Itsu decided to do that part. Like you mentioned, like it's hard to coordinate players and even get 5 players to show up every week as well. So it's not that easy.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. It's a hard job to do, and there are some teams which are hard to coordinate. So I appreciate the work of each Capitan. I think they even should get some kind of a reward, maybe like 50 BSL points or something like that for it. But I need to discuss it with like some admins, so they will not tell me that like if it's fair or not. I don't know, but I was thinking about rewarding them with some points for their job.
Yeah, I don't think that's stupid, because rewarding someone for a job well done, it's just natural. We have it every day in our daily life. Like you get rewards to show up for work. So I think it's only fair that the captains get a little bit, a little piece of the BSL points.
Yeah, that's the time they spend on being captains. Instead of laddering, for example.
I thought we were going to see command center first here for Terror, because the gas was very late.
So this is his new build. I watched this build. He was doing it in the weekly tournament #1 against Dawid twice, I believe. And this is going to be like a very like fast command center, and he will build a factory, but he will put a command center before the tank. So he will start the factory and then put a command center right after the factory, I believe.
Okay.
Or maybe even command center before the factory, it seems like.
Yeah, I thought it was only natural to make the command center first, and then, like you see, he only has 1 on gas, so he's skipping SCVs, so the timing is nearly the same when he has 200, 100. So yeah, 328 factory, like just it's a minute later, but maybe the command center is faster, so the timing will be really interesting to see. And we have seen in the past that Dragon have encountered some issues playing against Terrans.
You're talking about Sterling?
Maybe.
Especially on this map, and especially in this location. It was exact location where Sterling scouted that this is like no river play, no speed zealots, and he went for very fast command center over here. So yeah, that was the map where he won against Dragon as well, in the same response.
Yeah. Well, that was a well mapped out strategy. Ooh, is this going? I saw he had quite a lot of minerals, so I was thinking maybe he's going for a quick third base. But he's scouting to see if there are any proxy builds from Dragon, but I personally don't believe Dragon is the proxy type of player. Like, he plays quite standard as well, and is really good at that type of play.
So this strategy gave Terror 2 like 30 plus minute games against Dawid, so that's definitely well prepared for him. But there are a lot of people who are saying that Dragon is one of the people who are executing the builds most correctly. Like, if you will tell him to play something, he will play it very, very well and very, very correctly. So I believe the openings from Dragon should be studied very, very well as well.
Yeah, his mechanics are really good. and you can see like he's being really patient as well. Like he has his Nexus up. He's adding a third gate with observers, so it's super safe build. So if Terror were to put some early pressure, he will definitely have the numbers to hold that off easy. It's going to be. I'm wondering if Terror is going for speed after this, speed vultures, or if he's going for mines. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just dropping vultures and see for information and see how many probes he can kill as well.
Yeah, against the world he was dropping 2 vultures. But maybe here he will drop tank and 2 vultures because there is no pressure.
But I've seen in the past that Dragon, vultures doesn't want to be on the part of the trip. Like we can see Dragons, he's putting his Dragoons in the middle of this main, as we've seen so many times before. I think if you suspect drop, or maybe if you don't know drop is coming, I think like the 6:30, 7-minute mark is where you put your Dragoons in the main, just to be sure. This seems like there's a slightly hole here for Dragon to get in with the Observer. There's a little tiny turret ring for Terror, but the 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah,
5
that was good. You can see the difference already. 6 workers.
It's a very good trade for Terror. And what I like about this build from Terra is when you have such fast Stargate as well, if you add the Armory, you could play the 2-1 upgrades so fast, so your timing will be so strong. So let's see if we will add an Armory or if we just go straight for 6 factories and do a push.
Yeah, it's Academy and Armory, so you're right, that's his next step.
Change the dropships as well. Adding 5, at least 5 factories.
The third base from Dragon, so both players are playing it kind of slowly, they respect each other, and there will be a river which will have a job to stop the push from Terror. I guess this observer is huge, right, for Dragon, that he sees what's going on.
I think you see, I'm not sure if you saw, now we'll see that there's at least 4, now he sees it's 5 factories, and because Terror killed those 5 probes, Dragon couldn't really gateway explode, because of his economy were quite damaged, just because those 5 probes died, so this gives Terror a little bit of a window as well. And Dragon will be relying on his Reaver Micro to see how much damage he can do. But there's already so many siege tanks from Terror, so it looks like he's looking to push. He's probably going to add more vultures in this round, yeah.
Yeah, so with this build he can push, but he not necessarily have to, because he already has a starport, so he can go for upgrades and expansion as well. So he can decide, I believe, maybe after the scans. Okay, so now he's scanning.
It's not that easy to push either on Dominator because of all those pizza slices. So it's hard to run up. You don't really know where the Dragoons are. But you can see he's suspecting there's going to be some sort of shuttle play. Placing those mines are very smart. I don't know how many shuttles Dragon has been adding, but we know he has at least 1. Speedo's on the way, 2 Reavers and another shuttle on the way. And so as you can see, Terror is a very fast player, like his APM is constantly high. Dragon's isn't that high, but his mechanics are so good. Like he even though it looks slow, everything is on time.
Oh, and the vultures wanted to sneak in. I believe seeing the goons where he might trigger Terror to just try to push it. Even the Marines are going.
Kind of seems like a slow, patient push here for Terror, and it looks like he planned this out. Like he can push against the third base right now, and I'm impressed that Terror finds every location he can build turrets. Oh, massive scare there.
Yeah, I guess the pizza slices can work in both directions. Oh, but the speed shuttle drops. There is not too many vultures to support those tanks yet.
No, those 5 are very clumped up.
Ooh, no, that's not how you want to do it as Dragon. Oh, bleeding some goons.
Yeah, Terra is getting into quite good position. Like he needs to be careful with those five clumped up siege tanks. Like I said, every time I try to put down turrets on those pizza slices, my turret seems to be slightly bigger than others. So I try and find the place to build them.
Is the replay broken?
I don't.
Let's reload it and be sure so we will not spoil the result before being sure that the game, this is how it actually goes, because this was so important push for Terror. I can't believe he wasn't sending more reinforcements to it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was waiting for speed to kick in on the zealots or something. And I hope we didn't offend any of the players calling the replay broken. So let's just wait and see.
Okay.
Okay, we're back in the game.
Okay, we are back right now.
There we go. Now let's see how Dragon handles. They're repositioning his siege tanks so they are less spread, and there's massive supply here from Dragon, but there's such a good spread from Terror. So Dragon is going to need a perfect engagement to clear this push.
Oh yeah, he needs more zealots, definitely. He is, I believe, waiting for a speed, and it's still a long way until we'll be done. Okay, we'll have some bombs.
And it looks like Terror is adding more factories back home as well, so...
Yeah, 2 more factories and command center.
Well, 7, planning to take a third. +1 done for Terror. Just being calm and steady with this push. He doesn't want to overextend, like he's in reach with the Nexus and the mineral line. So he doesn't really need to push up the ramp. He just needs to hold.
Do you think going for like... Oh yeah, so those guns died, but this way. But do you think going for like sacrificing this base and just giving up on it and trying to go for mineral only is the way to go for Dragon? Because you can't attack it without the speed. Oh, maybe he will wait for the speed, actually.
Yeah, I think he has to wait for speed. It's just a few seconds away, but with some good carpet bombs here from the Zealots. They're moving in slightly too soon. Speed kicks in right now. How good are the Zealots? Reaver coming in. But look at the spreads. Reaver gets up 1 Scarab. And from 150 to 100 supply for Dragon.
Yeah, clear. That's... He actually cleared this part of yeah, but this is GG. This was so well executed by Terror, the champion.
A good slow push there from Terror. Really patient in his moves. He didn't overextend. He didn't waste any vultures on the Reavers on the ledge as well. So yeah, it only took him 12 minutes against Dragon. So and 30 minutes against the Walt.
Okay, Mr. Madino. Now this is where I will hope that your expert knowledge will help us go through it, because we are going to have TVT on Metropolis. But you are an expert in TVT, right? Every time I remember, like back in the days, like in earlier BSLs, when you were playing in the Pro League, you played. We had like you, SPX, and Koget in the group, or SPX and Terror, and we had decent TVTs between you and the guys.
I was forced to learn TVTs because you always put me in TVT groups. You
Yeah.
never gave me Zergs or Protoss, and when you finally give me a Protoss, it was either Schwan or a Bonnet. So
Yeah,
I don't
that's
I
yeah.
don't know how much money I have to pay you, but it's clearly not enough to get a Zerg in my group.
Maybe this season, Mr. Madino. I'm waiting for Mr. Madino to come back to the Pro League. I believe this must be the season, right?
Yeah, I just went on a small vacation, and now I'm back. So my suitcase is ready to participate in Pro League. So I just wait for ladder season or the ladder stage on Battle.net to start. So
Okay, that's great. That's great. So let's get into the game and discuss that further.
in the top left corner, we have all the way from Chile, Ultra. And in the top right corner, we have from Canada, Whip.
Yeah, so Mr. Madino, you are waiting for the ladder stage, but I hope that you know that you can also qualify to the Pro League through BSL points this season. While by playing the ladder stage on Shield Battery and weekly tournaments, Nation Wars and stuff like that, you are earning BSL 2025 points. So it's possible to qualify by not playing the ladder. But I guess playing the ladder gives you some extra practice, right, as well.
Yeah, and also you can dodge a lot of players playing the ladder as well on the Battle.net because everyone else is playing Shield Battery. So then I don't have to face the wall, Terror, SPX, and all those top players. I can just play the other players from Korea, Light, Rush, those small type of players.
Oh yeah, those noobs.
So that's how I practice TVT.
Oh, it makes sense. So we basically made a system which allows you to practice even more effectively.
Yeah, I'm just tricking the system, so...
That's what everyone tried to do.
Let's see how they open. With this already, he's mind boosting, so his gas was slightly faster, I think. No, yeah, slightly slower actually. Oh, pretty much the same.
Yeah, but I like the position of Barracks from Ultra. He will be able to scout the bottom right. Actually, he will be able to pick where he will fly after this scout.
I don't remember. I think it was Scan who told me many years ago that if you put your barracks where Ultra put it, you scout the other way with the SCV, because you put the barracks so far south.
Yeah.
So it will only be natural to scout that way. So that's why you send the SCV the other direction.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to put a barracks to this direction and send SCV, right? At the same time. So yeah, that's smart.
Both players keeping one on gas, which is normal. Let's see if one of them tries to be a little bit greedy and skip the second Marine. Looks like Whip is just content to just go with one. Ultra goes for two, which is perfectly normal. Sometimes if you scout each other very early, you can just delay the Marine as long as possible as well, which will give you a faster command center. So sometimes in the openings as TVT, you can try to be a little bit sneaky and a little bit greedy. I saw a video from Artosis where he was looking at what he needs to practice on in 2025, and that was his factory timing.
230.
Yeah, or 230, 228, 227 even, if you can mineral boost. And the longer you can skip that first Marine as well, the even faster you can get that factory. Well, Ultra runs in, he sees there's no shenanigans from Vip. Vip's going for second Vulture while Ultra is getting the add-on.
So how do you decide how many vultures you make? It's just the preference of the player, or is based on scouting?
just a preference, history between the players. If you know, maybe like if he knows Ultra most likely is going for a fast add-on, you can just like non-stop make even 3 or 4. But I don't think Whip is going to get up here, but this is huge anyway to delay this as well. And I think maybe Whip should realize that this is maybe some like one factory play. But there's no starport yet. Oh, it's already done.
There is, yeah, there is actually. But the armor is on the way. So he delayed it significantly. He's already mining from his own. He's already making extra SCVs. So 3 SCVs advantage for Whip. Nicely done.
Yeah, he did the damage he needed to do. Now it just like Siege Tank does very well against vultures. You need at least like 4 or 5 vultures to take down one Siege Tank.
Without the mines, right?
Yeah, without the mines. He hasn't seen that it's just one factory yet. The rate is on the way to reveal itself, but armor is already done, and I can see that Whip already took notes from when he played against me. When he made his academy in the top left corner, unable to rebuild it or.
Yeah, that was so funny. He needed to make it the different one, right? And cancel the one in the top left.
Yeah, unfortunately for him. But Goliath is already out, so just scouting for Ultra at this moment. There's not more being built. Academy. Very slowly approach here from Ultra. I wonder if you're going to see like a factory explosion or something, because Whip is already on 3 factories and Ultra just started his second.
I'm wondering why he went for the control tower. Like, he's not going for the cloak or the dropship, but maybe if he wouldn't see the Goliath, he would go for the cloak.
Yeah, I think you're right. If he didn't see the Goliath already being out, he will probably start a cloak immediately. Also, like Whip, he didn't overmake Goliaths. Like, you don't want a Goliath heavy army this early on. You want siege tanks and vultures. And that's exactly what he's doing, is making 3 add-ons.
3 factories for Ultra as well. Yeah, this works like a Corsair in PvZ.
Yeah, he comes in and sees everything he needs to see. Sees it's just 3 factories still, so he doesn't really needs to be worried about getting flooded by 5. First move out here from Ultra, scans, picking up. Ooh, perfect scans. He sees every mine. But this would be such a great moment for. Oh, rate goes down. Would be such a great moment for Whip if he ran in.
Yeah, there are 2 tanks. Oh, but he's not paying to. Oh, if there would be speed for those. But still, it's going to deal some damage.
Yeah, 3 is the magic number. So you one-shot SCVs. Even with 2, you can do a lot of damage if you focus fire. Like, you can hit the first 2 on one SCV and then you target fire the second one while the other one finishes it off. But, well, he did get a lot of SCVs either way. We can see he's down 6 SCVs right now, and behind this Whip is trying to take a 3rd base. But I don't know if he knows about this line from. Ooh, is he going for it?
It's pretty bold.
Oh, maybe we overextend. Good target fire here from Ultra. Even fairly decent trade there for Whip, even though it looked like he was actually going to get crushed. But he's only on 3 factories and Ultra is on 4.
Yeah, he doesn't have barracks, I believe. So
no, it died at the rate, yeah.
So he needs to build first barracks and then the factory. So it's going to be a lot of time before he will be able. I don't even know that he realizes, because he probably thinks that okay, soon I will add factories, and then he will realize, shoot, I need to make. Okay, maybe it's now.
Yeah, it looks like you're right, and this is like a typical moment because it's so long ago since the barrack died so you tend to forget about it, and then you send out maybe 2 or 3 SCVs and you're going to flood factories, but you realize you don't have it. Does Vip see this dropship? That would be huge if he does.
Yeah, he's seen it with the Voodoo. I mean, the Voodoo's seen it. I don't know if he's seen it. But
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I hope Whip sees it, because it could do a ton of damage to this SCV line. Let's see how fast Whip can react. Oh, even mines here from Ultra.
Oh, the Voodoos went crazy.
You just pick it up, go to the main. Siege tank ready, good position there for Whip. Oh, he picked up. Oh! That's a massive fire there for that siege tank. MVP. Hall of Famer right there.
And with still 12 SCV advantage, despite losing a couple. Finally, we have the barracks.
Massive advantage of having 3 command centers against 2. So it looks like both players are just setting up a line here. With even taking a 4th base behind this.
Excuse me.
And his science facility was done as well. So this could be a really good timing for his +2 attack. But it seems like Ultra kind of find a soft spot here, and he will be elevatoring in, maybe? How well is the target firing? Mines.
Oh, those mines. Oh, SCVs help the mines.
Who shoots first? Oh, that lower siege tank must be super low.
Okay, and some vultures denied mining from this base, so Whip is doing good job, but he's still only on 3 factories.
Yeah, it's in a really good position right now. He just needs to hold this push, but Ultra is getting into like a kind of sweet position. If he can get in the rally point of Whip, also it's kind of making it awkward for Whip to add more factories. And look at this, Ultra is just like, yeah, that, ooh. And this is super annoying for Whip.
Oh yeah, this is... Yeah, the SCVs can clear it, but it's just annoying.
SCVs are strong, and it looks like Ultra cleaned up the vultures in the 3rd base. There's just some mines. But I still like Whip's position. He just needs to get a little bit more of a macro up.
Yeah, exactly. He needs like 3 more factories and he will be good to go. He has decent amount of SCVs, I believe. Maybe they are not perfectly spread, but it's not bad at all. Oh, and 4 tanks push. Nicely done. He just needs to siege.
With the SCVs and the tiny drop here from Ultra, I think this should be easy. If he just pulls the boys. Oh! Maybe he doesn't need to. Yeah, just good target firing there from Ultra. But it leaves less units in the middle for Ultra, so if Whip scans this, he can clear this out and push further away.
Oh, but this is a lot of damage from those tanks.
Yeah, they're in the red.
But I guess he win the positional battle, but this is where the lack of factories comes. 2000 minerals, 700 gas, so he has money for 10 tanks, or 8 tanks, but he can't spend it, but still winning the important battles.
Yeah, we saw a second starport. He even has 3, so this could be a lot of raids coming in. And Armory is not spinning for Whip, so is +2 done? Yeah, +2 is done, it was just done.
That's huge, right?
That's a massive spike from for Whip, so he just needs to hold on to that advantage right now. And not let it slip, really. I think he has Ultra exactly where he wants him to be. He has good map vision, he has some mines here and there. You just need to be smart and not lose control.
Yeah, those small drops are definitely annoying, especially that Ultra is not sitting on huge bank. Oh, even the mine connects.
That's huge for Whip to get that, but I think he saw the drop, so I wonder if he's target buying siege tanks or SCVs. Yeah, SCVs. And siege tank. 6 factories for Ultra and just 4, but 3 starports, so but they're not blinking. Whip has the 4th base, but no gas mining there yet. A lot of SCVs for both players. I think like when you're in Whip's position, you just need to put down turrets. You have the extra minerals, so just have random SCVs an entire set of the map and just make turrets here and there.
Yeah, that's smart. That's why probably the Terrans are doing it, because this is so gas intensive matchup that it's hard to, and that's what he's doing. But it's going to be a little bit too late to prevent this drop from flying freely.
You just need turrets everywhere, and even though it doesn't kill the entire drop or the race or something, it's just huge to use as scouts. But here's Whip moving in on the 3rd base. If you can get on top of this ramp, or just siege up in the range of the command center and target fire. Siege a little bit late. Needs the target fire.
That's nice target fire. Look at the supplies. Somehow Ultra jumps 20 supply ahead.
Yeah, Whip just lost 20 supply and siege tanks. But he hasn't revealed his rates yet, so they could be a game changer if it comes to a surprise for Ultra. But kinda seems like Whip also forgot that he was making rates.
If you would have 4 more factories, it would be completely different, but it's going to be so hard to rebuild those tanks.
Oh, both players have slowed. Whip kind of slightly faster. But here, Ultra bringing everything to clear off the middle. We don't see that many siege tanks anymore. And those siege a little bit forward. It just seems like Ultra right now has the better unit composition. And
yeah.
He's pushing Whip further and further back.
Those are finally some good trades from Whip, good-ish. But he's losing the rates basically for nothing. I thought that they will be used a little bit more efficiently, because every rate is basically a cost of the tank.
Yeah, and cost of a factory as well. Ooh. I think this maybe be like this is also a kind of big map, hard to focus and have control on every aspect of the map. You can see how big the middle is.
Yeah, it's huge. It's good for those open attacks, but even the mines are connecting, so that's so good for Ultra, and he's just spending money better.
I really liked Whip's position in the early game, and some siege tanks even come down here from Ultra. It kind of feels like Whip kind of let the game slip between his fingers.
Oh yeah, he definitely had it. He was in very good position, but somehow Ultra here, and even the attacks from Whip were decent. It was a good idea to attack to this 3rd base. It's just Ultra had some more efficient trades over there.
Yeah, and the small push from Ultra denied a lot of the factories from Whip, so... And it's also kind of tiny bases. It feels like Ultra almost have more space to build on than Whip has.
Yeah, it feels this way, you're right.
But it could be also how you build your base, like with the supply depots. Like you have to plan out from the get-go. How would I like to place my buildings?
Yeah, whenever first time I've seen this map, my first thought was, okay, so this will be the place where Bonnie will hide the carriers.
Yeah.
this is just the map design for it. Now Ultra securing the 12 o'clock is actually pretty big.
Yeah, he has turrets everywhere, so he knows if Whip wants to get something done, he will have to drop out. He has a siege line pretty much everywhere in every location, so he can easily repunish those small pushes from Whip. And so see, it's just a handful of siege tanks here, but with the +3, it costs. You can see how fast Ultra's units dies.
Yeah, that was an excellent trade for Whip. He still has money, he just doesn't spend it. He could even go for battle cruisers with the amount of money he had.
Yeah, well, you just look at it, just each line from Ultra, and Whip will soon run out of gas as well. He's just mining from one base right now.
Yeah. So I really like those tanks from Ultra. 13 and 7 kills.
We're trying to get into a position, like you can see, since the map is so big, there's a lot of gaps where you can fly in with dropships as well. You just have to fly really long, and if you bring some SCVs with you as well, with some siege tanks, he could take bottom left, or try to focus.
Clear those tanks and just try to take this base. You're right.
I think the moment for Whip is trying to clear bottom right so he can take a different main for himself. And Whip realizes there's not that many siege tanks here, so he doesn't have to overcommit. SCV is bringing. And I don't think there's a lot of dropships either for Ultra, so it's not that easy for him to come down there and clear. Like it's...
he just started making them, so he will be on free soon, and free from Whip as well. Oh, will Ultra want to push to those tanks?
Maybe.
I mean, if the game stabilizes on this stage, I think Whip can slowly get to 200, and it's going to be game on again.
Yeah, this is the position you want to get into if you want to like crawl back into the game. Like he has so many tanks as well, so this is not a line Ultra is going to break anytime soon.
Maybe with the drop on top of it?
I think Ultra can just keep denying, like he can put siege tanks on the top of the cliff as well, and then if you can get enough siege tank there, you can deny the natural and the main, because you will be in the range of both gases and the command center.
Oh yeah, this is a great position to have tanks in.
And this is so hard for Whip to break. He needs to bring his own dropships as well.
He needs to bring the hero units.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if Whip remember if he has dropships either.
Oh yeah, maybe he doesn't.
He's
definitely lacking gas.
They've been in the same position for so long, and we can see Ultra securing pretty much any aspect of the map. It's going to be 2 gas against 6-7 of Ultra.
Yeah, this is beautiful play.
You can see now Ultra has the bank. If necessary, he could do the battle cruiser switch right now, and it looks like he's placing his siege tank on top of the gas, is also denying the gas off. Whip just needs to bring everything here. Yeah, needs to bring the boys.
Oh, but those SCVs.
Yeah, SCVs are so strong.
Oh, the mine might be drastical.
Nope. And the siege tank of Ultra is just out of range of the ones of Whip. And look at this! Oh, I'm sorry to find the siege tank. Can I get this? Oh, a second away.
Okay, Whip is officially mining only from bottom right.
I think this is might be the final push here for Whip. If he can clear out this, I think he will be very happy, because then he can take the natural base as well. And
Almost. Yeah. He needs 4 SCVs over there.
Okay, I was going to say, how many kills does that Wraith have? Because it's been firing at those siege tanks for like forever. More drops here from Ultra. You can see he's maxed out. This has a big economy. Whip is just struggling, holding on, trying to secure his 4th base. He has a decent army, but Ultra is just in a better position right now. And with this, the final push here, he will deny that gas as well. It's going to be so hard for Whip to crawl up this ramp.
Yeah, this is beautiful usage of the drops. Oh, he's not bringing SCVs.
He killed the first siege tank a lot faster than I thought, because normally you misfire, but every siege tank hit perfectly.
And we will have 8 more, 5 more tanks. Nice target fire. But Ultra with 200.
Yeah, he can just drop. GG is called. Well played from both players, and I really like Whip's position in the beginning, especially when he denied the command center for Ultra. He gave himself a big opportunity to take down Ultra. But a great, I want to say, great comeback from Ultra from the position he was in.
Yeah, definitely. And now we will have, since it's 3-1, it's already the victory of Team LATAM, but still we will have 2 versus 2, so I believe it's going to be your favorite, Mr. Madinho, TT1 and Andy and Babo Belladonna. So I believe those are all players who specialize in 2 versus 2, right?
Yeah, don't hang me if I say all of those players except TT1. I think maybe TT1 is more of a 3 versus 3 player and 1 versus 1 player.
Okay.
But you can't deny the expertise of TT1 if you play him on Sparkle. Just don't give him Sparkle, and you should be able to deal with TT1. But yes, he is a very, very experienced player, definitely, and he knows a lot about 2 versus 2. But he's up against 2 experts. And is it Belladonna or is it JD Conan?
It's going to be Belladonna and JD Conan. So Babo apparently was replaced by JD Conan. So the rules in the Nation Wars are that you can replace a player, but it has to be the same race. So if they wouldn't have Zerg, they would have to have, like, for example, Ultra playing Zerg.
And now I'm kind of disappointed, because I was so glad to see Babo back from retirement. Little did I know that he retired again this week. So hopefully for BSL Nation Wars 3, he will be back.
Let's hope that he will be back for next week. I don't remember the pairs, but I can check it for you now. And for Team LATAM, we will have Babo Belladonna versus actually Izu and Madinho. So yeah, you will play against Babo Belladonna if there will be no replacement again.
Going to be nice.
Okay, so let's go to 2 versus 2. TT1 and Andy versus Belladonna and JD Conan.
Let's go.
It seems like my Excel database somehow broke.
Yeah, and in the graphics, it's not showing the countries.
Yeah, because it's not. Okay, it's loading. Maybe it will be back. Maybe there was some kind of refresh.
Well, either way, in the top left corner, we have the 3 versus 3 expert, TT1.
And map expert.
Yeah, I'm not expert. Playing alongside with bottom left with 3V Andy, which is definitely a 2 versus 2 expert and a really strong Zerg. Playing up against bottom right JD Conan, making his tours to debut here in the BSL scene, alongside with Belladonna, which is also came back from retirement. He hasn't played for so long, and Belladonna used to be one of my steady allies before Marvin, so we go way back. So it's nice to see him back. Well, the map is Deja Vu. It's PC versus CC, and let's see if the CC team, the Zerg team, can show us why it was banned from professional league games.
Yeah, because LATAM is the only team which is using ZZZero, right? It's kind of refreshing from my perspective.
Yeah, I love seeing Zerg and playing against Zerg, so for me it's very nice. It looks like it's kind of tiny building with, yeah, there's a forge opener from TT1. So it looks like it's going to be cannons with Andy. So Andy can go really fast mutas. Normally when you see...
But he's going for the speed. What's going on?
I think TT1 thinks he's playing Sparkle.
Even on Sparkle you don't start with Forge, right? You start with Command Center or Nexus. But
yeah,
maybe against Double Zerg, because Double Zergs have this opportunity. If they would both go for the 9 pull, basically it's impossible to defend a Zerg. If they would go with the Sunken.
Well, Andy opened a 9 pull and JD opened
12
yeah, 12 hatch from JD Conan, so this is kind of interesting build. Belladonna opened 12 pools, so this could be a dead hatchery. Yeah, it's pulling every drone and waiting for...
Yeah, he wants to buy time.
The speed is done already, so... This is very strong for Mandy. He's fighting alone against both the Zergs. Of course, he has the speed advantage, and behind this, TT1 was denying the hatchery for Belladonna, so he had to put it down in kind of awkward position. And yeah, Andy buying a lot of time for the PC team here.
He has 600 minerals. Okay, finally putting down the hatchery. But why is TT1 going for the cannons if Andy is not going for the mutas?
I'm not really sure what the plan was. But nowadays, it seems like they realize they just need to hold on. It's only one salad for TT1, but there's not many here links here for Andy. But luckily, JD Conan he didn't, or they didn't commit. It could have been dangerous here for Andy. Conan's trying to rebuild his drones. +1 for Belladonna, but there's a Stargate already, 2 Stargates already done. So the mutas won't be able to do anything against this.
Oh yeah. Actually, the longer I think about it, I like it a lot from the Team Canada, because it puts the Zerg in the position that he can go for free hatch, not make any Sunkens. So that will make this Zerg much more dangerous, and he will be able to make a lot of links.
But I was quite surprised to see that Andy didn't go for mutas, because his mutas are super strong, especially if TT1 was opening with the Forge. But this is going to be super hard for JD Conan. First Corsair are already out. And it looks like Belladonna cancelled his +1 and restarted it. It should have been.
Oh yeah, you are right.
It should have been further away, but maybe he thought he didn't need it because he wasn't sure if Andy was going mass Zerglings. First Overlord is already gone. 3 Corsairs are out on the map. And here Belladonna needs the Spore for Conan. And Conan's mutas are really good, but TT1's Corsairs are super strong from all of that Sparkle experience. Plus
Oh,
one
yeah.
is on the way. And it takes like 12 minutes or something for plus 2 carapace to finish. Or no, I'm not lying. No, I'm not lying. It takes if you go straight for Mutas, you have plus 2 carapace around the 12-minute mark, but it takes like 3 or 4 minutes to get it.
Oh, plus one weapon is not done, but that's a lot of links from Andy, and yeah, those coursers put the Zergs in the perspective that oh, that's a wonderful
No.
connections.
Wonderful connections, but unfortunately 2 of them hit 1 Corsair each, so it could have been 3 dead instead of it just 1.
But TD1 is only on one base, so he basically spends all the money on producing those Corsairs. Although stopping those links will be hard without the Mutas, and we can see only Scourges. He should make, I don't know, 5 Evo Chambers to make a full wall in.
Yeah, Belladonna, he's supply blocked as well, so he hasn't been able to make Zerglings for quite some time, while Andy has been making non-stop Zerglings.
The overloads will go down. Most likely this is plus one weapon link, so oh, they are not plus one weapon yet, but it will jump in soon.
Yeah, I think it's soon to be ready. There was a good Sim City here for Belladonna, but it looks like the Canadian team just have the numbers. And Spore goes down, which means more Overlord food for the Corsairs. Plus one soon done for Andy. Maybe it's already done. And you can see Belladonna is super supply blocked. And Conan just doesn't have the numbers as well because there's so many Corsairs. So even though it was kind of a weird build order from the Canadian team, it worked.
Yeah, it worked nicely, and yeah, that's the beauty of 2 versus 2. I really like it. So well done for Team Canada, like making it 3-2. Very interesting. But
Yeah,
LATAM, three
a lot,
victories. Yeah, yeah.
a lot of 3-2 series.